Okay, had enough of bottoming out on the T7. So picked up some K-Tech springs. Here's the part number. Got a 6.9 Newton meter for the front. And in the rear, got a 95 Newton meter. Stock, the T7 comes with a 6.0 in the front, 85 in the rear. And that's really only good for up to a 170 pound rider. I weigh around 215, 220 minus gear. So these should help a lot with the bottoming resistance. First, we'll get the front wheel off, calipers, all that. And before we bring the forks out, you want to break your top cap loose. That's a 19 millimeter. You could use the clamps to break that free, make your life a little easier. So we'll get the wheel off and everything else, and we'll go from there. All right, so once you get it to this point, you've got the wheel off, caliper off, ABS sensor off. I'm gonna do one side at a time here just to keep everything together so I don't have to take apart the fender and realign everything. Like I said, we're gonna crack this top cap with a 19 millimeter before we slide the fork tube out. And then we'll be ready to take the fork apart and get these new springs in. So that's next. Loosen these pinch bolts and slide the fork tube out. Okay, so once the fork's cleaned off, you want to count your clickers. Go in and count them. So 1, 5 in, and then you want to bring them out all the way. I had that set up pretty hard because the spring's too soft, obviously. So 5 on the top. And then on the bottom, you got this little rubber stopper to keep the dirt out of the threads. We'll do the same thing here. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. It was maxed out. So we'll say 2 and just back that out all the way. This allows you to bleed the system better once you put it back together. So 2. And this is obviously going to change because you're changing the spring rate. So those might be irrelevant, but it's a good starting point for when you put it back together. So get yourself a vise with some soft jaws. It's just a regular vise with these little magnetic plastic jaws. And this is where it comes in handy to loosen your top cap ahead of time, like we did. So just grab your 19 millimeter, just spin that off. That's loose, you slide the outer tube down, tighten that back up slightly, then right in here you got a 17 millimeter. You just pull the spring down, lift that collar up, crack it loose. And you want to pull down on the spring while you're loosening this, just so you don't mess the threads up. There we go. You got a collar, and then your spring comes out. Just like that. So this bike is brand new, so I'm not even going to change the oil. Even though you probably should, I'd recommend doing it. But we're not, because the bike is so new and the oil's still fresh. So we'll change that in a year or two. Okay, so once you confirm your new spring is good and the weight's right, I don't know if you can see that, but this one is etched with 6.9. Doesn't want to focus, but it's right there. You need to pull your damper rod up. So you can buy the special tool to pull it up, or you could just get a piece of tubing and then slide your new spring on. Doesn't matter which way you put it on, I just like to put the weight up top. And then once that's there, you can pull your dampening rod up. This is the fun part. Screw on your cap, and that's it. Put your wrench on. And tighten your cap up. Okay, and that's what you're looking for there, that little gap between the damper and your lock nut. That's what you want. If you see that, you're good. Now, we did lose a couple cc's of oil, but to get a little softer feel, I'm gonna add a little bit more even. So we'll just add around 10 to 15 cc's. Just to get it back to where it was, plus maybe an extra 5 cc's. It'll help smoothen out the end of the travel, help with the bottoming. Okay, once that's done, you're pretty much ready to go back in. You just screw your cap back on. Finish tightening that when it's back on the bike and in the triple trees. Now all we have to do is set the clickers again. So we're going to go all the way in, back out 5 on the top, all the way in, back out 2 on the bottom. See how that feels. And we could adjust that later. But the process is the same for the other fork, so we'll get that one done, and then we'll do the rear in the next video. Okay, so that's it. Both forks are done. Wheels back on. Everything's tight, Loctite. Double check everything. Got the pinch bolts tightened up. I did forget to tighten the caps. I'll do that real quick. But yeah, it's onto the shock now. Do that in the next video. So yeah, that's it.